Well, it's Monday night.
It
It's
is.
7
Are you
o'clock.
sure? Wait, is it Monday?
Last I checked. Last I
It's
checked.
Monday holiday week in the
Holiday
U.S.
Thanksgiving holiday week
In the
in the
U.S.
U.S. That's right.
Everywhere
So
else, it's just another Thursday.
just another Monday in November. So yeah, but that's cool. It's a thing, and we're here. We're the Jack Kirby Museum and Research Center. I'm Rand Hoppe. I'm here with Tom Kraft, and we
Hello.
are yes, and we've been doing some regular streaming, exploring Kirby's work. So yeah, let's head into the show here. So please, if you don't, we have our YouTube channel where we have audio of Jack Kirby and we have video of Jack Kirby. So please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and take the notifications and check it out. We have Jack Kirby talking about his growing up in the Lower East Side, his war experiences, a half hour of Jack at a comic book store in 1993. Jack talking about Captain America, and Erwin Haverneck made it. So that's cool. Good to see you. Also,
And his
Henry.
cat.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, great to see everybody. If you want to say hello in the chat, we'd welcome that. We always like to hear people from YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. We've got Tom and I have done a whole bunch of live streams exploring Jack Kirby's work, where we looked at all of the Fourth World and the Losers, and the odd magazines that Jack did at DC. So first issue special, OMAC, the Demon, and the grand finale, Commandy.
Many commandees.
Live stream after disaster. Lantern Zone. Good to see you on YouTube. Mitographic Graphia. Hello. Good to see you. All right, Jared. Jared's here for the Eternals Annual.
Is that the only reason you're here, Jared?
Oh, Jared, but I get it. It's a favorite, and for good reason. Check out these 24 videos that we did back years ago. We had a panoply of guests talking about Jack Kirby. 24 of them, at least 24. Kirby's grandchildren, friends, co-workers, etc. It's amazing. We also did videos about Jack Kirby places in Brooklyn and Nassau County out there on Long Island.
That was fun.
Yeah. And BMC Comics, good to see you too. Excited for the annual. I know. What is his name? Tutinax? Oh my gosh. Jeez. All right. So we after Commandy, we took a little break and we headed off into Marvel at the Jack's return to Marvel in the 70s. We did a stream about that, his coming back, and then we dove into Captain America. We went through all the Captain America issues that he did. We had already done Bicentennial Battles a couple of years ago, so that's on the channel as well. Some really interesting things in there, but it's all interesting. It's Jack Kirby in the 70s.
How can you go wrong?
There's a cosmic cuttlefish from space, attacking Cap and the Falcon. Come on.
Where else are you going to find something like that?
That's right. It's a Kirby. It's a cool Kirby comic, man. We also we finished up with an episode about the covers that he did at Marvel, and we will get back to that once we finish the Eternals. We'll probably do another covers episode, and then leap off into what 2001, I guess.
Eventually, but we got to take a break.
Got to take a break.
It's been too much.
These are all these Eternals shows that we've done. We did a little ramp up show. Who are they? What are they? And why are they? The Eternals. Why does Jack Kirby like space gods so much? Well, we talked about that. We also looked at all these great issues, shared rare art, photocopies of pencils. Last week, not by popular demand, we took a look at the two issues
with the robotic Hulk,
Cosmic Powered Robot Hulk.
Not the real Hulk.
Not the real Hulk. No, it's not real. The fake one. What's this all about?
Oh, so that's so there's so we found out through somebody emailing
Amazon.
us.
Yeah, from Joe
Some
Frank.
Joe Frank emailed us yesterday, said talked about this book, and I didn't even know it was out yet. But this is kind of a follow up from a book that I designed and produced with IDW back in 2016 called Pencils and Inks, and it had OMAC the Demon and Commanding Number One. So this is now with Marvel. So I barely started working on this, but it's supposedly going to be out in August on the 13th. So this should be kind of like a companion to, if you're ever watching watching the live stream, you could always pull up this book eventually and just kind of flip along with it.
That's right. So that's exciting, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's
yes. Haven't started yet, but
no, but
and there'll be and this is in IDW, Marvel, and the Jack Kirby Museum, and there'll be a special variant edition like we did on the first one,
right.
A photo of Jack Kirby by a photographer that came to his studio in 1991.
Right. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be incredible. Okay. And we are raising money for our collections database website. So if you're interested in seeing a listing, a sorting, a filtering of all of Jack Kirby's work in a catalog raisonné, or the same style website for that lists all of the artwork that we've scanned, we could use your help. We're raising money to do that. We're trying to raise $20,000. I think we're at about 4,000 now, and we're going to be making an end of year push for that. So if please consider us, and we really appreciate any help that you can give us, and we will talk about that again. But you can
and again
Kirby Collect to 44321. You can go to this website, kirbym.us/e/call. You could if you're on YouTube, there's a little $ in the chat that you can click on that $ and give send us a super chat. So that would be great.
Yep.
Really appreciate that. All right, so here we are. It's
dun dun dun.
Episode 16 and the annual. So that'll be fun. All right. So what's happening? Where'd we leave off? Let's pop us up for a minute just so we can say hi.
Let my hand decide this fight.
Okay. Yes. Zoras, speak.
He steps in after pretty much the robot Hulk Cosmic Powered was like beating the Eternals silly. And they're about ready to take him on again. And all of a sudden, Zorak appears and says, "Let my hand decide this fight."
All right. So we have some more Cosmic Powered Hulk today. That's exciting. It's top-notch action drawing and rubble and smashing by Jack Kirby. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
This issue came out on the stands July 12th, 1977. There's the cover. It's kind of fun. It's pretty dynamic. Even with a word balloon. Coloring is cool. There's the original art.
And I think we're going to go big here so we can see the last thing.
Sure, take us out.
You don't need to see us all the time. That's for sure.
Not all the time. That's right. It's always fun to see Jack's the editor's notes for what the caption should be on the cover. A cataclysm had buried. The cataclysm had buried it. Another had exposed it.
Ooh,
what
that's
was
better.
The thing in the big city crypt?
That's interesting because it gives a little bit more background, because the story doesn't really tie the Hulk blowing up like he did when he descended,
right,
and starting the gas or whatever. It blew up like two city blocks.
Right. And there's pencils.
It's too bad he didn't keep it on there, because all he did was the thing in the big city crypt.
Yeah, I think that was all changed in the New York office. You know,
Okay.
Jack would do it, and they would decide. So that's cool. Not really too many changes, you know. I mean, a building's missing in the back; it got blacked out. The sky.
To make it pop.
Gotta make it pop. Yeah, gotta make it pop. All right, so
I'll bring us back.
Okay, got the
Unless
got
there's
the big Jack Kirby there. That's bigger than the presenter, which is fun. I kind of went through that 2 episodes ago or last episode where you see the evolution, the evolution, and of course the crypt. Mike Royer putting the crypt in, looking very
like Tales of the
EC-like.
Crypt.
That's right, EC like title lettering. So Mike Royer, made that crypt very Tales of the Crypt like. So that's fun. Thanks, Bob Shippey on Facebook. And all right, so and we have pencils. I don't know. I kind of didn't go whole hog with the pencils. We don't have a lot of original art for this issue. I think I'm showing actually all the original art that we have for this issue.
Okay.
But when we get to the annual, I kind of was like, let's just read the story, and there's a few breaks with stuff, but I didn't go wild. So that looks good. It's fun, Good big Hulk in the foreground.
And then Icarus is trying to warn Zurich about the fact that it's a nightmarish power from
nightmarish power. My hand is huge. No, it's not that huge. Yeah.
And then he said, "Well, I can cope with this. Stand aside. Get out of
Zurich.
my way."
Right?
Yeah, hey, are you forgetting who I am?
Yeah. Hulk picks up the building. Icarus is still like, "Come on, man, let me get in there." But no. Hulk throws big piece of brick wall at Zuras. Nothing happens. He's confused. He's puzzled. All right. And it's still pretty dynamic.
I can't allow this encounter. I've got to stop him.
That's right. Oh, didn't want to go there yet. Okay, so we've got Zuras puts his hands on that robot. Yeah.
I shall now relieve him of the mystery he was not meant to bear. But it's he's a robot. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Does he have fate? Hulk Cosmic Hulk bot smash, says Lantern Zone on YouTube. That's right. It's casual day for Zuras. He's wearing shorts. Short sleeves. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. So there's the original art. It's pretty cool. Zuras kind of zaps him or extracts power from him or something, and
he pulls the plug.
He pulls the plug. That's it, buddy. And Hulk leaps away, and there's the full mega side-by-side
cosmic matter from the vessel. He's a vessel in which it was trapped by a whim of fate.
Why did the Unimind do this? Because
the Unimind
the editors in New York asked Jack to do it. Anyhow.
They probably didn't ask him specifically to do it, but that was the easiest way to do it. Yeah. And I think it just, it wasn't the best direction, obviously.
Oh, everyone's loving the original art. Yeah, the original art's always great to look at on YouTube. Henry's says again, Mike Roy's credit got shrunk. Well, I don't know. Did it? I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, so they're like, well, Hulk has jumped away. He's leapt away, but there's still trouble. And Zuras is like, yeah, Icarus and Makari, go take care of that. And Cersei and Makari kneel to Zuras. And the professor's like, Margot and I supposed to kneel? Nah, it's optional. Kneeling optional. All right.
So he tells him to overtake him and make certain that this ends without further incident. Well, we know what happens.
Yeah. Well, he's running wild like a blazing truck without a driver. And then he goes and he lands and he starts digging.
Why? Who knows why?
Who knows why? I don't know why. I mean, does anybody? Well, yeah.
He's still really strong. He can like punch holes in the ground and rock and asphalt.
Pick up. Yeah.
He's amazing.
I think it. John Sagnas, he says on Facebook, he goes, "Looks great. Nobody draws energy like Kirby." That is true. It's high quality, energetic art. That's for sure. And I think well, Jack was the editor, but I think Archie Goodwin was the associate editor back in New York to help Jack. So he's climbing down in the utility conduits or something.
Electrical and gas. So the gas part is the problem.
And then the cops show up and they're like, "What? He could ignite the gas lines. Clear the street." And they all run away.
Get out of here.
That's right. Charlie, he's digging for plot convenience. Well, that's a good point. We don't, because there's no explanation, right? It's just like, okay, here he goes. And the Zuras and Cersei are talking to the news, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, this is the second time the news has been involved in these incidents trying to get information.
Yeah. Who's the guy? Who's the woman? Margot Damien as a member of their party. Can you tell us why the Eternals stress this issue of unification between Eternals and humans?
And then he says, we intend to exchange knowledge important to our mutual welfare.
Mm-hmm. So after I made this slideshow, I was looking through it and making the little pages animate that I do, and I noticed this word balloon here that it looked like there was a lot of space, and more space than Mike Royer would usually put in.
Yeah.
And I thought so. It looked added, and I didn't get the example, but I did look at the pencil photocopies. That word balloon is not there. It really just kind of dad here just it goes, let's hear him out. Whatever is he leading up to, Fred? And there's nothing here. And then Mom says, I hope so. So that was Jack's script. I think he just left out a word balloon, and either Mike put it in, or I mean, if Mike put it in, it wouldn't look odd. I feel like it looks a little odd. So maybe they caught it.
It doesn't look like Mike's lettering.
Right. So
Mike has a slight slant.
75 YBA, good to see you. Hello, everyone around the globe. Yes, hello. And future people.
Yes, we can't forget the future
travelers.
People.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. People who don't watch it live, but still watch it.
And who knows? Maybe 50 years from now, too.
The way back machine. Okay. So, geez, there's a big explosion, and then the pseudo Hulk has found oblivion. The end of pseudo Hulk. But here come the helpers, the fire department, cops, Icarus, Makari, heading in. Got to go in there and make certain that he's out. So
my leg is seized. My leg is seized.
My leg is seized. What? Look at this guy.
John Morrow.
Morrow on Facebook. Happy Thanksgiving, Kirby dudes. From one Kirby dude to other Kirby dudes. It's good to see you, John. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving.
So Icarus is being dragged down. Makari's like, yeah, geez, what's going on?
By the gods.
Yeah, not good. So he heads down into the tunnel, and then he goes, oh, this shaft. I know this shaft. I know this gargantuan metal door. It's legendary. And then what?
It's in the legends, yes.
There's a big hand that grabs him.
It looks like a mummy's hand.
It's true.
And it's a giant metal door, legendary, and it's forbidden to be opened. And what? It's opened.
It's opened. Jack was always looking to the future and the youth. That is true. He was. Wow. Erwin says the holidays make you think more about Kirby. That's good. It's nice.
So as you can see, some of the quality of the photocopies are good and bad, and that's not anything to do with it sitting or destroying over time. It's just the way their machine was.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a weird kind of, back then they used some kind of like I believe it was like a liquid was added to it. So
oh boy.
In this case, the toner, they probably put too much toner in or did something like that. So you got this gray background that's hard to work with sometimes.
Right. Did the best I could for this show, but could probably spend a little more time on it and make it a little better.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. All right. And then there's Zuros. He's throwing lightning bolts. Wow.
So he gets rid of the fire, and they're all like pouring water on it, and he just raises his hand and says stand back. He's throwing lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Holy cow, what was that?
It snuffed out the fiery Holocaust. Okay.
Now that's a big hole.
Yeah.
That's more like a crater.
So now those Eternals, they can do everything. That trick took 1,000 years of practice. All right, we've got to go down there and get Icarus and Makari. We haven't heard from them. What's going on down there? And then of course he's like, please stay here, Cersei. I'll go on my own. Oh man. Okay. I order you to join your friends and wait for my return. Do as I command.
He's Uruk. You do as he's command and you kneel.
Yeah, that's right. So glad I'm human and the kneeling is optional. But, yeah. So there's again another spread of various stages of that page. It's kind of cool. I like the caves. I like the last panel a lot. All right. So Zuros goes down. He's like, oh boy, the crypt is here. It's been opened. It's no good. Oh my gosh, Dromedan, the Brain Snatcher, is free.
So he recognizes it as well.
Yeah. And he
raising panic.
He notices Dromedan's fantastic helmet that imprisoned his brain. And he goes, well, all is in good shape because I can still use this helmet.
Yeah, so this helmet kind of took away the power of his mind.
Yes, that's right.
And what's happening with Makari and Icarus?
Well, he just walks up on them and they seem to be duking it out.
Yeah, they're fighting.
Their brains have been taken over, and they're like saying, "I can't help myself. I can't do it. Forgive me.
Forgive me."
Ah, and then we have a fantastic eye panel, almost an eye panel, which is pretty cool. I always like those. This is trouble. This will be repeated on a
great to bear.
Yeah.
Then we learn his name there.
Right.
Dromedan.
Dromedan, yeah,
Dromedan.
yeah. Oh, thanks, 75 YBA. I appreciate that. Says it looks, we're gems. It looks brilliant. Lantern Zone is like wild. Okay, what's next? Oh, geez, they're still grappling. No,
Look at that face.
Yeah, that's the most anguished face we've seen from Icarus yet, I think, in all these issues. I will not disable my fellow. No, but his brain. He's fighting his own brain.
My brain burst. I shall not disable fellow Eternal.
Yep. And then Makari's like, my brain's afire. This is the only release, and he punches him. Oh my god! And then he grabs him in the mouth by the jaw.
The pain is terrible, terrible.
Yes. And then what happens? Yep, Zuras. He steps in. It's like 2 pages. Zuras waits to like do something.
Yeah, I know. He just watches for a while.
Gotta have that, little action scene.
Gotta have a fight scene. A Jack Kirby fight scene is too tempting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. His brain. So Icarus grabs Makari's hand, and apparently Icarus's brain is free, and Makari's brain is free. Apparently, my surprise appearance has startled Dromedan. You two must flee while you can.
So he wants him to get out of there.
Yeah. And then
stand back. I must face Dromedan alone.
He
turns him into fire and then into stone.
Yeah.
And there he is. Neil Zuras. So the helmet's called the Neutralizer.
It is. The Neutralizer helmet. Yeah. And Dromedan kind of looks like a huge hulking mummy.
Yeah.
And of course, he's demanding that Zuras kneel to him. Aha! All right. Well, the reality is that Jack has in the coming attractions, in a battle between males, the deciding factor is always an angry woman.
I know.
Circe the Terrible.
I know. That's a little. They wouldn't do that today, I don't think.
Oh, here's John Sagnas on Facebook. Jack must have really liked Abraham Lincoln. Both Highfather and Zuras had Lincoln-style beards. They're very appropriate for these characters.
Yeah, this old, wise, powerful figure seems to resonate through many of his comic books series.
Yeah. And Jared on YouTube, Jared Draping, he says, Zuras and the Eternals are in for the fight of their life. Yeah, and Lantern Zone says he loves that lettering. This is, I guess, the Circe the Terrible lettering that Mike did in that coming attractions panel. Also, a large, a thick outline on that panel, which is kind of rare in these days, right, Mike? Tom?
Yeah, Marvel didn't like those thick outlines.
Yeah, Mike would do that, and
that Mike did a lot.
This is great. John Morrow's on Facebook. He goes, I'm watching on my phone, and it struck me how great these pages read at that tiny size. Jack drew for bold maximum impact, and Mike was the perfect inker for this phase of Jack's career. Well put.
It's true.
Yep. But unfortunately, we are doing this series by newsstand release date. So where did we leave off? We left off. So that issue we just looked at came out in, what did I say, July? I think June or July. Let's remind ourselves that the last time we saw Karkas and the Reject was in March
77.
That's right, with this great interior splash.
Yep,
and it's just awesome. And so then in July, the next week came out Eternals #1, and I definitely remember enjoying this when it came out.
Eternals annual #1. Yes.
Annual #1. What did I say? Don't remind me what I said. I'm a terrible person. So there's the original art. You can see the paste ups. Oh, look at, we scanned it, and the 3 The Time Killers have dropped off. And you can see the evidence of the glue. Jack indicates what he thinks the text should be. Thena, the Reject, and Karkas face the Time Killer. But I guess at the office, they added a whole bunch of stuff, like only Thena, Karkas, and the Reject stand between humanity and a horde of assassins out of time.
Yeah, that's not Jack.
Yeah. So, and there's the pencil art, which you can see.
That's great.
Yeah. Really nice. Not filled up with trade dress or anything. It's just like there's the Eternals annual. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Okay, let's head in. Jared, Thena, Reject, and Karkas is a great trio. Well, yes.
They are.
Yeah. And here we go. So here's the interior splash. Initial splash, the Time Killers. My scanners never lie. What's happening? There's a Neanderthal man, alive and at large in beastly fury. And look at Mike's lettering. Wowzers.
Yeah, it's great. Great lettering. It's interesting. So he just sits back and has this TV into humanity that somehow
like watching.
Focuses on something that's happening.
See, takes a little break and does Rock'em Sock'em Robots with his daughter, right? Remember that? That's how they were introduced.
Right,
they were like having like remote controlled robot fights.
Right. Yes.
That's Zuros,
I like the in the original art, you can see the gradation in the word time in that title that gets destroyed when it gets printed.
It's too tight. It's too detailed when it.
And that's Mike's, like, it looks like to me like that's not Zipatone. That looks like Mike's writing.
Really?
Art.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I should look.
Okay, it's a Neanderthal man. All right. Okay, so what's happening? Oh, geez. Yeah, he's ape man with a stick on the top of a cab, grabbing a guy. Havoc.
I think they call him a Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Which doesn't even look like a Neanderthal, but
no,
looks
it
like
doesn't.
An ape.
Yeah.
With a club.
With a tool. Yeah. But Zuros is like, oh, I know what's going on. Zaka, the tool master, is
still
out
lives.
Oh, freaking Zaka. Oh my gosh. Lantern Zone. Reject's cool. I wish Marvel used him more. Well, he is pretty cool. What is it? Oh, the evil deviant survived the centuries. Darn Zaka.
Zaka.
Yeah. I fear for the planet if these incidents spread. He must be stopped. Okay. And then
hold your temper, sweet prince.
Yeah. John Morrow says Eternals must have sold pretty well to warrant an annual, wouldn't you assume? Yeah. I think those first issues definitely sold well. Enough to warrant the annual. Neanderthal Ape Man, 2001 crossover, not another one. We had the Unimon, we had the Star Child floating around in space, Andrew, good to see you on Facebook. How's it going? It's tomorrow in Australia. So Thena brings in Reject and Karkas. And he's like, "Oh, I have a project." What's that?
No, we're summoned for an audience, Thena.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like,
You're in the presence of great Xerax.
Yeah. Yeah, we love the annual. We love the annual too, Andrew. Yeah, John Segnis says on Facebook, continuity-wise, I'd place the events of the annual as taking place after issue 19. Did anyone ever do an official timeline of the series apart from just the on-sale dates? Yeah, I don't know.
What type of a timeline would it be besides?
Just, what happened when the third host came? When was that? I still want to make a really, all that stuff. Just to pull it all together. That would be interesting. That's right, Andrew. Hey, dudes, welcome from tomorrow. Today.
Is he a future person?
He's a future. He's kind of a future person, but he's live.
He's a live future person.
Oh my gosh, my mind is blown, Andrew. All right, so then it's like we're not. Zeros is like, I'm not asking you guys to kill anybody. Just go and help Thena solve this problem, because they're just like, what? We're not your assassins. That's the way deviants think. Oh, no.
He's from the TVA.
He's from the TVA.
That's great.
So then we cut to this lovely half page panel, and I guess it's a landlady,
Mr. Zachary. Yeah, he has an apartment, and she came up to collect the rent, and she's calling what he has a foreign camera.
Yeah, and
so she's very oblivious to the whole situation here.
That's right. She has a soft spot for show people, so that's. But she does need her rent.
And there's a handsome of a darling of a man. He looks just like an actor, one of them period pictures.
Yeah, and then he
kisses
her hand. He's like, oh, well,
I kiss your dainty hand and bows.
Yeah, and then she leaves, and he goes, that ponderous hag would topple in her tracks, or the true nature of the actor in this camera made known to her. Nice. So he's about to shoot his time beams out into the city where he is now. It's a cool movie projector, kind of time projector thing. Okay, he's got him.
Looks like a movie camera.
Yeah. And there he is. Odd's blood. I've been snatched to a demon's place.
Look out. He's a lunatic.
Help. And that horse is wild.
That nut is wrecking the town. Stop him. Stop him.
Yeah.
So he's a tool maker. That's what they called him.
The Zaka. Yeah. He's the tool maker. Andrew says the annual features the supporting cast, but still rock the art. Yeah, that's like the three heroes here. Okay. And this is great. They get dressed up.
He's always concerned, the reject, about too many places to hide in corners.
Yes, that's right.
For a lurking enemy. And it's interesting how what's the Karkas? He's
Karkas?
now like Karkas is now like a human figure. It's an illusion.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's an illusion, which makes you think, like, is he physically that size still, or did she rearrange atoms to make him like that?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
Because he wouldn't fit through doors and stuff.
Right. Andrew's happy about the Kirby horse there on that half page panel.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, we are big fans of Kirby horses. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Jared Draping says, reminds me of King Solomon's frog. Yeah, that's
true.
Right.
Yeah, there is that.
We'll get to that next year.
Yeah, next year definitely, not this
So
year.
they're in a hotel. They're dressed up, and Thena's like, "Sit tight. Wait for your orders." Oh boy, yeah. If you gentlemen need anything else, I'll be glad to help. He waits for a monetary tip, which Thena spoke of. We owe the humans nothing. We should be in our debt for coming to their aid.
They should be paying us.
That's right. Tip. What do you mean, tip? Oh, Andrew. Karkas is a redhead. Typical. Yeah. Okay. John Sagnas says Sokka, another cool character. Amazing how great those throwaway supporting characters in Kirby stories are. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, each one could be their own story.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So, Reject picks up the bellhop. And...
Hey, put me down, mister.
Oh boy. Stop it. Oh, and then Thena shows up. Come on. Put an end to this. I'm not here to play games, Thena. I am what I am. A thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I am what I am. A thing taught only to kill, to make its kill, and prepare for the next. It is strength, not kindness, which sustains me. You are the true monster, Reject. Ah. Oh my gosh, it's great. Oh no, yeah, and then we cut. So she's got a bracelet that'll lead her to Sokka, I guess.
She has an Apple Watch.
Right. It looks more like a Fitbit.
But, yeah, it looks like a Fitbit.
Okay. So, and the floor above. There's Jack the Ripper. Hooray! Oh man.
This place is foreign to me, but I shall strike nonetheless.
I'll still do my thing.
He's a perfect choice for Jack the Ripper.
That's right.
Strange. I feel though I'm being followed. Good Lord. Oh, yeah. He was going to kill me.
Yep. Andrew says this thus continues Kirby's obsession with man and monster. Lantern Zone. His human form looks like Orion's form. Well, yeah, kind of, just the red hair. I mean, Orion's not that huge. Okay. Oh, fight. Foolish young dullard. So, Reject is fighting Jack the Ripper.
Make a proper combat. I'll do more than that. I shall sink this blade to the center of those hollow boasts.
All right. Okay. Lots of talking during this fight. There we go.
Push you out. He grabs the knife from... No. Scream Ripper. Join the chorus of your victims. Feel the terror before dying.
Don't kill him, Reject. We came here only to find Sokka. And then...
Not an eternal, Athena. Restraint is not my way.
Yeah.
But then he disappears. He's gone. What happened?
I say twaff. Twaff. He's gone.
Twaff. That's a new one.
Swaff. There's a Z in there, too. It's awesome.
Swaff. Swaff.
Oh, sorry. Yep. So it's been pulled back by the pattern of time. He couldn't last in this age. They stay, they stay, but they can't. They come, but they can't stay. They check in, but they can't check what they have to check out. What is that? Anyhow, so the cops arrive.
That's a weird drawing of the Reject from the back. It doesn't look like he's going forward or backwards. He doesn't have a butt.
Yeah. He vanished. Not surprising with all the colors, the weirdness going on around here.
I guess there's some scorched.
Yeah, the
This
floor
floor
has
has
been
been
scorched.
scorched by some
Yeah.
sort of heat.
If they made an Eternals movie in the 70s, who would play Reject? John Travolta? Absolutely. Oh no, John!
He'd have to stay alive. Stay alive.
John Morrow on Facebook? He says, "Am I the only one that didn't get that Karkas was a respelling of the word carcass, like the dead body of an animal when these stories originally appeared?"
Definitely.
I guess I was too young at the time to get how Jack was using that name to get across that he was totally devalued because of his appearance. Yeah, I think I figured out in my 20s. Yeah, not when I was a kid. So they're still looking around. Oh, and then kid comes in. Hey, mister.
So this scene almost reminds me of Frankenstein, doesn't it?
Right.
Remember how he's walking in the woods and the little kid comes up just like this?
Yeah. I've been to the bottom of the sea and lived in a place where people fly without wings. Well, tell me about it all, Mr. Giant.
You own a castle on the top of a big beanstalk?
Yeah.
Is your name Jack?
Yeah. I found a giant.
Janie. His mommy.
Yeah. Oh, babysitter. Yeah. Okay. Well, what? No. Get back to your room. Hurry up. Close the door. Uh-oh. Pulls her in. Pulls them in. What is this place?
We'll see who speaks and who dies. Make ready.
Make ready. Yeah.
They start grabbing him.
Yeah. And then this half-page panel here. This one is stronger than he seems. Innocent lives at stake. Taste the axe of Attila.
The Hun.
And then
he turns back into the illusion is gone. God, apparently he can do that.
The illusion is gone and he's big and red. And then he seizes them.
This is a great panel.
Drags them against the wall.
I remember this. I love this panel. Just like dragging him down the hall, like ripping the sides of the hall down. It's so cool. Throws him out the window.
Maggots. Yep. Scrack. Poof. And throws him. And then puff.
Die, you vicious maggots.
Yet Zaka must be found and his tools taken.
Horrible. Look at the monster. He's real big.
Run. Let's get out of here.
We may see an army next.
All right,
this is cool too. Cool splash.
Yeah.
It's happened again. The hotel is besieged by dangerous freaks.
Oh no. Call the police. I'm checking out of here. Not lovely.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the printing's so bad. It just,
Yeah.
Although I would say that Mike's inking is it's really tight. I mean, the line work, it's almost as tight as like Deep Bruce Berry. It's like so tight.
Yeah.
It's so much better in the original art than the reproduction.
Yeah. And those pencil Xerox again.
Yeah, that's a hard one to get cleaned up. I tried myself.
Yeah. Just great. Oh no. Fools. You poor fools. What? Abandoning your deviant. It's Zaka. Oh man. Are you a bit frightened of facing me at such close quarters? Yeah. Royer smashed that page. He totally did. Yeah.
I've forsaken that family of toads. It's time that that they were brought to heel, as well as their fawning
Fawning servitors.
servitors.
That's right. Then we are at odds, you and I. Too bad, Karkas. A giant mutate could have spread more havoc than 1,000 killers from time.
Yeah, he tried to win him over.
Yeah. Come on. In this age, you were the pick of the crop.
Boom, boom, bam, bam, wham.
Yeah, yeah.
Fall curse 4.
That
You
body
fall.
of yours can absorb more punishment than a brigade of humans. You'll fail, Zaka. They'll find you dying. They're still on your
Poor
trail.
Karkas.
Yeah, he's great. Farewell. Follow me, reject.
So she has her band on, and that could pinpoint him.
Yeah,
and she knows his psycho readings.
right. A battle has already taken place. Karkas lies wounded and robbed. So she restores his illusion, and she can repair his cells as well.
That's nice. He needs it.
He does. Andrew's great. Articulate words from a master writer, says Michael Hill. You know it. Good to see you, Michael. All right. My strength.
We have work to do.
Let's go. He's no longer in the hotel. My Fitbit says no. He's moved on.
My geolocating Fitbit.
Google Maps says it seems impossible that his departure was affected.
Just shows that Jack was like before his time in a lot of ways. He came up with this. Not to say he was the first, but I'm sure
he wasn't. Yeah,
which is nice to have things like that in there that weren't even possible in 1976, 77.
I love Zaka coming through the wall. Reminds me of
Dimension Transit.
Yeah, that cover that Jack did for the Creatures on the Loose with the guy coming through the wall. That was just really weird. You couldn't make sense out of it.
And he can reach his sleazy apartment at the speed of light. Isn't that amazing?
He can.
Yes, that's fast.
He's fantastic. And he's got his fantastic device that's easy. He wears, that's his.
Yeah, and his genius is without peer.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mark, he's so smart.
It's dimensional harness. It's
harness. That's what I was looking for. It's dimensional harness.
My time projector.
No, let me get this time projector.
I shall change that.
Okay, he's going to focus it on an area where death and destruction can be inflicted with massive effect.
These crucial adjustments must be made to fulfill that purpose. The inner circuits shall penetrate the century in ancient deviant
history. Oh boy. Here he comes. He's calling forth Tutinax, the mountain mover.
And then crash. What happened?
I hate Tutinax, man.
Got knocked to the floor.
He got a backlash.
Demons of the pits.
And that's it. Who's in the
violent backlash? Totally unexpected.
Yeah. How did you get in this room? No.
The dimensional harness is my only hope of escape. The harness. No. I need only a second to activate it, and I would transfer myself to safety. But no.
It
ain't gonna happen.
You had to put it in that drawer, made it hard to get to.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. He should have kept it on.
Just left it out, kept it on.
Yeah, I mean, just take precautions, when you're going to
Yeah.
bring a demon from another dimension.
And they're in the hotel. It's still the hotel. What's going on? Oh, it's the apartment house. What's going on? Oh, Mr. Zachary. There's his landlady who he was talking to at the beginning. What's going
I
on?
phoned the police.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Zaka's mind waves have suddenly vanished from the psycho band.
That's not good.
All right. So Mr. Zachary's in terrible trouble. Ugh.
Oh boy. He's hung upside down.
Appears to be hanging upside down.
By the gods. This
Reject.
place is in shambles.
Yeah. And then he goes, he gets grabbed and pulled away.
Mutant.
Yeah.
Clear this building at once.
That's right. And then she says, this is the vilest danger of all. Tutinax is among us.
Tutinax. Tutinax.
Tutinax. Crash. Yeah, not pretty. Oh, geez, look at this guy. Wow. Okay.
Look at that arm. Looks
Quell
like
your
like
murderous
ape
rage.
Too.
We are. What's that?
Looks kind of like an ape as well. Let me just open up this. Oh, there you did already.
It's not the combat arena. What are you doing? This is not the place to do this. He's in a killing frenzy. I must help.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that? Pretty cool. Trouble with capital T. Oh, there's Charlie H. Yeah, Magog-ish. Yeah, he's kind of.
He's in a killing frenzy. I must help them.
Yeah.
Murderous rage.
And she says, like, release them. I'll use the bolts of Zuros on you. More great choreography. That's true. Yeah, and he's got some like lip hair, facial hair, which is kind of funny.
Weird.
Like
yeah.
Little points out. So he says it's a place of madness, and then he takes off with a bunch of destruction.
These creatures are not what they seem to be.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Scoundrel has paid for his evil deeds, done dirt cheap." The last one was his costliest.
Zaka. Okay, well, now we have to stop Tutinax. I don't know. I guess it's Tutinax. I don't know.
Tutinax. Yeah.
Tutinax, yeah. And then she gives him his fighting suit back. Gives Reject his fighting suit.
He looks most attractive for dying.
God. The Reaper is ever present in the arena. Should he beckon me, I shall go to him in proper attire. Yea, though I be as the wasp to a giant who walks the earth, my wit and speed and deadly sting shall magnify in power.
Wow.
And Thena's like, oh, poor Reject. He has the death wish.
Yeah, it's contagious.
It's like, all right, come on, let's go, team. So
lead us, Thena.
Yeah, they fly off. Look at him. What's going on? He's ripping up everything in sight. He's taking the Rosenbach water tower off the roof.
Yep.
Not good. Jeez. Be gone, you frightened ants.
He's throwing that thing.
Andrew wants more Kirby
clear
rocks.
The streets.
Kirby foretold AC/DC. Run! Be gone, you frightened ants. All right. He claims dominion with his facial wisp of facial hair.
His mustache, kind of weird thing.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Then they land.
Lip mustache. He's got a lip mustache.
Lip stash. Yeah.
Lip stash.
The team lands.
So it's you three.
Yeah. I am fit for any arena you choose.
The mountain mover is fat with arrogance and blinded by past triumphs. I agree.
I love this. I need nothing more than my thumb to defeat you both. Use what you wish, Behemoth, but fight.
Yeah, fight. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. All right. So then Thena's like, yeah, no, we're going to go over here. We're going to go to this place where there aren't any people. Yeah. Lip stash. I know. Lip stash. Sorry.
Lip stash.
So yeah, he takes them over to a few blocks that have not been that where people are, and where there aren't any people. And yeah, it's time. He picks up a bulldozer, looks like, or backhoe.
Side of a yeah, it looks like a bulldozer. It looks like a tractor or some type.
Tractor or something. Throws it.
Before you die, flee. You shall witness the might you so foolishly defied.
Excellent. You'll have to show me more than that. I've been outmatched in power, but never in resourcefulness and speed. Save your mercy for lesser foes. Must I move a mountain to give you a true vision of the odds you face? I shall not yield. Oh, you move this city. Oh my gosh, he picks up a building.
Yeah,
classic Ben Grimm
whole
style.
Building. Because he's a mountain mover.
That's right.
So what's a building? It's nothing.
Huh?
He's lifting the entire building from its foundation.
Incredible. Tutinax is the most
destroy
powerful.
The city.
He's the most powerful animal that ever lived.
He's an animal.
Thank you, Thena. Okay. Get out of here, Thena. Levitate and flee. Yeah. Let this be both grave and monument. Die. Then you die
with us, mutant. I don't think he would die.
Push him.
Rush him.
There's a chance we can topple him. Hold. And then what?
Spoosh.
He ran out of time. Just like those other guys. He just kind of popped out.
Right. And the camera's been destroyed in the apartment, so can't have another one.
Nope. And that's it. The building has lowered and settled. You knew this would happen, Thena. That's why you stayed. Tutinax was fading. It was registering on her psycho band.
My Fitbit. And I got extra steps in.
Yeah. He departed like those before him. We've been played for fools. Used by a female as pawns in a delaying tactic. No. Had this lasted a moment longer, our deaths would have been real enough. Well said, Karkas. It's helped us more than the humans. How? The experience has given us true comradeship. Each of us was willing to sacrifice for the other.
Ah!
Nonsense!
I think there's... I wish there was a follow-up to this.
Like, I know. They're the Team
Supreme. These characters.
The Team Supreme. They're great.
Could be the next Eternals movie or something.
I know, right?
It'd be better than the first one, maybe. Definitely.
All right. I'm gonna prepare myself. Give me a second.
Drinking again.
All right, I'm gonna read Jack's essay. Why mutates? Right. Why mutates? Due to recent discoveries dealing with the secrets of DNA, a controversial wind has been blowing across the land. A wind called genetic engineering. The hobgoblin fears of four-armed freaks and bug-eyed monsters have just begun to nibble at the public consciousness, and perhaps with good cause. In a way, these days are reminiscent of the pre-atomic era. In the early 40s, atomic blow-ups were a prime item in the sale of science fiction pulps and early superheroes. They were the stuff of spine-tingling tales that drew in readers by countless numbers. How we love to play around with the atomics theme. I can remember utilizing an atomic cannon in one of my own stories to resolve some world-shaking incident. Then, it was a more acceptable premise. Hiroshima and Nagasaki changed all that. One moment. Of course, it goes without saying that the bomb is an overwhelming part of our lives today. In underground silos throughout the world, missiles stand grim and silent, waiting for the command to rise and start their reign of death and destruction. It's a fact we've somehow learned to live with. Well, to compound that little fear, we may now look forward to the tampering and restructuring of the building blocks of life itself. The manufacture of living oddities from the test tube by hands and minds beyond our control. Smacks of melodrama, doesn't it? Admittedly, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of the concept myself. No doubt
true.
I've even raised a few hackles with the more nightmarish visions that just naturally spring from such stories. However, the truth of the matter is that the real thing is almost upon us. We may soon have our own Karkas and Tutinax as permanent guests. We might even find ourselves faced with the creations of a real-life high evolutionary. Yes, man is on the verge of producing actual mutates, living, breathing counterparts of our own fantasy creations, beings with powers and abilities beyond our imaginations. We'll be sharing this planet with them, and perhaps even competing with them for its use. How will we meet this challenging reality when it finally appears on our doorsteps? There won't be any superheroes to help us out then. It will be a task for us. Think about it, friends.
All right, I'll think about it.
Think about it. Come on.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, CRISPR, Rice Crispers.
Yeah,
Gotta get
definitely.
in-
I mean,
gotta
we
get
have
in-
the ability. We have mutant sheeps that were clones and dogs that are clones nowadays.
Called the clone dogs. Oh man.
Yeah.
And so 75 YBA is like so ahead of his time. Love these, Andrew says, love these small windows into Kirby's imagination. Andrew says, I'm thinking too. Oh, Michael, that's nice. Thanks, Rand. It was the way it was meant to be heard. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's Jack. He's thinking about, let's bring the thylacine back. What do you say? Yeah. Yeah. He knew what was going on. He was reading it. And again, he mentions the atomic cannon, and I believe we have him. I believe he talks about it in one of his interviews where he put the atomic cannon in that story, and then he got approached by the federal government, wondering if he was aware of any like really big secrets like about the Manhattan Project or anything. It was kind of an interesting.
Oh, so this was like in the 40s or something.
In the early 40s, yeah.
Yeah.
He used that atomic cannon in, like, I don't know, Blue Ball,
Captain America or something.
I don't remember, but I definitely remember the anecdote about him being contacted, like, yeah, well, what do you know about that atomic cannon, buddy? That's great. So there we are. That's our episode. It was great. I love that.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Love the team.
Good story.
Yeah. Richard Kalkman pointed out that there was that story in the Demon, right, where somebody was pulling pulling characters from the past or something. The re-inheritors, the reimagine it. I don't remember. It was kind
I
of
forget what
something,
number that was.
something like that. Some demon story that was a little like that.
Well, one of them definitely had the Jack the Ripper in it. I think it was that.
Right. Right. So that's what's been going on. Yeah, it was fun. And again, this is the second reminder about our fundraising goal to raise money for the Reincarnators, issue number 3. Thank you, John Sagnis on Facebook.
Yeah,
that was it. So we're close to $4,000. We'd like to thank Diana Mercer for making a nice donation to us in memory of Steve Sherman. Steve was our friend, a lot of people's friend, but he did support us. He came to our booths. He sat at Kirby booths. That
he also allowed us to interview him more than once. And those are archived on in YouTube on our channel, so you can watch those as well.
He was part of the East Bay Kirby Museum with Bruce Simon and Mark Badger. They would go to cons and hang out in
Oakland.
Yep. Sean Kleefeld, Harry Mendrick, Wendy Shorter, Ellen Carl, Glenda Hoppe, Bruce Simon, Steve Meyer, Ali Farid MC, Todd Sicer, Ken Wong, Tom Kraft, Matt Barris, Rand Hoppe. Who left that guy in? Leah Loskatov, Kate Valenta, all the people who have donated. Really appreciate it. Here's what the donation page looks like. Here's Tom doing a screen grab of Tom doing some work on the catalog raisonné of all of Jack's work. Here's Tom doing some work on the database for of the digital archive of all the scans that we've done. So we just want to take it to phase 1 and get it somewhere so that people can really use it and head over and do some filtering and searching and find wonderful things and learn more about Jack.
As a permanent record on the web, as long as the web's around.
That's right. We definitely want to thank the Rosalind Kirby Family Trust for basically Lisa Kirby was a co-founder along with John Morrow, who was in the chat there for a while. I don't know if he's still around, but the 3 of us, we founded the Kirby Museum back in 2005. It was my idea, and it's just been a wonderful honor to be able to do that ever since. Tom joined, and we have had other board members and volunteers. There's John Morrow, Two Morrows Publishing. Thank you so much. Nostalgic Investments, Bashara Malouf, also a very big help to us in particularly with our digital archive, helping us with the dealers and the collectors. You can become a member of the museum. Go to the KirbyMuseum.org. Go to the gift shop. Buy shirts. Look at this crazy shirt. It's fantastic. We have beautiful prints and posters and pins and all kinds of other wonderful things. So we look forward to you joining us, particularly on our YouTube channel. But follow us on we're on Twitch and Facebook now as well. So take our notifications, and future people and anybody, we welcome your comments. We do our best to keep up with the comments. And here's the next episode next week, episode 10 of the Eternal.
Find out what happens in that big pit.
Who is that huge mummy guy? Is Zuras gonna take the knee?
and where's that crazy series female that's going to intervene because the males can't do it?
The angry female is going to save the day.
Yes.
All right, Lantern Zone. Thanks. Okay, Andrew says, had you on while you were building, kept me in the zone. All right, Andrew, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Time to buy a shirt. That's right.
Time for everyone to buy a shirt.
Everybody needs a shirt. Okay, I will put it in a bag and send it to you. Anyhow, that's it. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we will see you online and see you again. And stay tuned. There'll be emails and social media things going out, even things in the mail. If we have your mailing address, there might even be something in the post. So
there might be something special. So sign up, become a member, or sign up for our newsletter on the website.
Yeah, That's right.
You'll find out what it is.
What? No, this is fun. Fun stuff. You're all welcome. Thanks so much. Kirby socks. No, you know what? I think it's a little too late for this Christmas holidays gift giving, but we kind of have we've promised that we're going to make Dream Machine silk scarves.
Yes.
Get ready for that.
Kirby tie? I don't know, maybe.
Dream Machine tie? Kirby dots? Kirby dot tie?
Handkerchief? I don't know
Hankies?
about a handkerchief. I don't want to blow my nose in a
stretch socks. We need to make Kirby stretch socks, and and then people can collect the stretch socks and brag about how many pairs of stretch socks they have. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know.
I have stretch socks on right now.
Do you? Do you?
Yes.
Well,
they're awesome.
All right, folks. Thanks so much. We'll see you again soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.